We're live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bevins Bricks. And today is the start of the competition with Charm City Bricks, as you can see, is in the screen here. And for moderation and for announcing, if you will, we have Paul Roos, which is one of my members. So thank you so much again, Paul, for doing this.
No problem. Hi, guys.
What is that? I'm surprised I don't see comments already.
Yeah, there's plenty in. There's Scott Thomas is in. Hi, Scott. Kaylin's in the house. Hi, Kaylin. Alex K. Joseph Nesbitt. Dips Bricks is in. Dave Morgan. There's Stephen Divany. Hi to everyone. Welcome to joining.
Yeah, I don't see any names at all on my screen. I just tried to refresh and it didn't help.
So the chat's working, but actually watching the video, it says we're still waiting for Bevins Bricks.
You guys can't hear me?
There you are.
I guess I'll just, I'm going to truly have to pay attention to what Paul says because, like I said, on my screen, the chat isn't working. Okay. I don't see any chat at all.
Alex K has just said the stream has started, so but it's not actually showing on my other screen. So
can you see and hear me, Charm City and Paul?
Yeah,
I can see and hear you. Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure. Okay, now my comments are starting to appear. There they go. Okay, awesome. Let's get to building before Charm kicks my butt. Now, what I'm starting with first, the first thing I'm going to kind of point out is Charm is going to be doing, and he can talk about it and explain what he's doing, but he's going to be building what I would call a traditional skyscraper. Now, what I mean by a traditional skyscraper is it's not going to be modular. It's just going to be, am I right in thinking that,
Yep.
Jason? Okay. It's just going to be one solid structure where what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be building a modular version of a skyscraper, which is not that common. Most people do not want to do skyscrapers and make them modular. And I'm going to be announcing something on the last day, hopefully once I get this all completed, as to why I'm making mine modular. So you're going to see a variety of different techniques because, again, he's doing the traditional and I'm doing a modular version. So that's one of the first things you're probably going to notice as far as the differences in our builds. Did you want to add anything to that, Jay?
I will end up making this like into 3 modules, just in case I ever decide to take it to a show or anything like that, so it's more transportable.
Gotcha. So it's not going to, it's still, I would still consider that a traditional skyscraper, though.
Yeah.
Now, as everybody knows, I like to do Mills plates, so that's what I'm going to start with as the base for the building. And again, Paul, if you feel, try and be interactive with the audience, and if you feel that there's something that somebody's asking either one of us that we need to know, please read it out to us.
I'm not actually seeing anything coming up. Last comment I've got is just Alex K talking to Kaylin. Just wondering if mine's actually frozen.
No Bricks just said hi to you, Paul.
Yeah, it's not coming up on mine. 1 second. Let's see if I refresh it and see if it's...
Actually, let me see one other thing. Let's see.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's back in. Hello, Bricks. Yeah, it's all coming through now. Hi, Dion. Dion's on.
I just saw a comment from Shane
Bevins
McQueen,
Bricks.
and I thought that would be fun to kind of talk about. He's asking about the new police station and what are everybody's thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it looks fantastic.
I'm in 100% agreement with.
Yeah, I agree as well. Really nice looking set.
Modular last year, the bookstore. It was nice. It was, nothing wonderful, nothing just spectacular. Before that, the corner garage, I think it was okay. I just wasn't a big fan of it. And I know Daryl's gonna like fall out of his chair when I say, and I didn't really care for the diner either. So, but I'm very excited for this one.
That's one of my favorite buildings, though. I really do like that building. But like me and you had already talked a little bit earlier, one of my reasons for loving that diner is because it just reminds me of the old 50s car diner places and whatnot. And being in a car buff is why I love that particular set so much.
We've got Easy Craftsman who wants to bombard Charm City with questions just to put him off.
But that was something else about that cop shop I thought was neat, the modular building. I think it has a lot of really cool details in it. I love the donut shop. I mean, because we all laugh and make jokes about, police and donuts. So I thought that was a really cool touch.
Yes.
And I actually have some more actual official images now. It's actually, if you go to Lego's website, the set is posted there now. So you can see a whole bunch of pictures. And one of the pictures I thought was really cool. They have a criminal holding a donut with a fishing pole down into the cop police station. And then something else, because I don't know how many people have actually seen the images that I'm referring to. They have on the side of the building, which I thought was really cool. It's an advertisement for the Brick Bank set because it's got the soap and suds. It's got a billboard on the side of the building.
Cool. We've got Turbo Ash asking if you could think of some other use for the police station, not just the police station.
I personally, I mean, because really, if you look at it, it's not what I expected to see in a police station. And what I mean by that is it would be because all it is just one very small sign on the front facade of the building. It would be extremely easy to say, make it a law office, or, I mean, just, God, I'm trying to think of what else you could convert it to. There's so many different options you could do because it doesn't really have, it's kind of got what's the word I'm looking for? A versatile facade to the building. It's not super focused on it being a police station.
It almost kind of reminds me of like an old traditional city hall building or city office.
There you go.
City building.
Yeah,
that would be a really good way to look at it.
Rob has just said that from what it sounds like on the live stream from Lego, that there'll be no stickers in it. They're all going to be printed bricks.
Oh, that's nice.
I haven't had a chance to look thoroughly at it, but if that's true, that's awesome. Because I'm not a fan of stickers at all.
No, most people aren't, to be honest.
Well, I also think whenever you get into price points like this, I shouldn't have to be applying stickers.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
That was one of my biggest disappointments because I just built last night just to try and clean my table so I had all my space. I finished building the Ecto 1 because I'm a big car guy, so I love that set. But I was really disappointed by all the stickers in it. And like Charm was saying, at $199, I mean, they're doing all the juniors 4+ sets. And I get why they're doing the junior sets without stickers because kids typically like to put stuff in their mouths. But you're talking about sets that are $10 and $15. If you're going to make printed tiles for a $10 and $15 set, you don't think you can't spend a few minutes to make some printed tiles for a $200 to $300 set? I mean, it's kind of poor foresight, in my opinion, of Lego to not do that.
Yep. Jason Vincent's just donated $1.99 to you.
Awesome, Jason. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, buddy. And I hope you're doing well. I know that you have been processing deer all weekend, and you have been killing it. And again, thank you so much.
Dion Botch is asking, what size mills plate are you making, Daryl?
Mine is it is a total of 4 32 by 32 plates assembled together. So it's a 64 by 64 mills plate. I'm trying to figure out where I'm.
Dips Bricks has commented saying it's 4 a.m. where he is in Australia.
That is late. God bless you for being up that late. Or early, I guess, depending on your perspective.
Yeah.
See, Charm City's over there just slowly dragging butt, and I'm over here trying to rush.
So I don't want to say this until I put my order in, but there's a site that has his Black Friday release going out for Castle minifigs, and it went live at 12 o'clock. So it's always a mad dash to get your order in before everyone else does, before he sells out.
Oh, for who's that for? Oh, you never mind. I get it.
We've got Stephen Divany asking, is there any good Black Friday Lego deals out there?
I was kind of disappointed myself today.
I was very disappointed.
I was disappointed with Lego itself, definitely.
Lego was terrible. So Amazon here in the U.S., Amazon and Target has had way better deals all week long.
I agree. Amazon and, well, even Walmart, they've all been having some pretty amazing deals.
Yep.
Amazon, Walmart, Target. I haven't really seen much at Meijer, which I'm kind of surprised about, because usually Meijer will have a couple decent sales too.
And we've got Scott Thomas, as usual, plugging the channel. Thanks there, Scott.
Thanks, Scott. You're awesome, buddy.
Kaylin's just said greetings to both yourselves and me. So greetings back, Kaylin. Thank you.
Thank you, Kaylin, for signing in.
Mike Lomilino just wishes you both good luck.
Thank you, Mike. I'm going to tell you right now, in my opinion, you're probably going to see more unique techniques coming from Charm City as far as his build goes. Because, again, like I was saying earlier on when we first started up the stream, because I am going modular with my building, I'm going to be a little bit more on the plain side, where Charm is doing one large structure, so he's going to be focusing more on techniques.
Rob has just said he got the Hidden Side Ghost Train off Amazon at £23 off. I believe Rob's in the UK.
That's a good deal. It's a very good deal.
That one Kermit fan has just said that he's seen the Hidden Side School at £64, which is half price. And he's bought it himself for a Christmas gift.
Can't beat that. It's always good to have an early Christmas gift.
Dion's asking Charm City, is he building on a Mills plate?
I am. It is going to be 2 48 by 48s.
So obviously he's going with a very large building.
Excuse me.
Yeah, for those of you that are not aware, Charm City is actually the one that got me into wanting to do Mills plates.
Daryl came to the dark side.
We've got Scott Thomas asking how. Oh, that's just jumped 1 second. Have you two set any parameters in regards to the size, number of floors, or anything else like that?
And thank you so much, Peter Fays. I really appreciate that. Peter just donated $5, and he says, we'll be missing most of the live chats this weekend as I have early shift Saturday and Sunday, but good luck to both of you. And thank you so much, Peter. As far as we really didn't, I can't say that we had set any specific rules. The biggest rule I will say is neither one of us are going to be doing anything on interiors of the buildings in any way, shape, or form. So there will be no interior detail during this build. We're mainly focused on the actual structures themselves.
Just got a comment that it's a bit hard to see Charm City's build table.
What's that?
It's just they're saying it's just a little bit hard to see your build table, Charm.
They're asking if you can adjust your camera a little.
Let me see.
Yeah, that looks cool.
There we go.
I don't know if anybody noticed or not, but this is the cleanest my shop has ever been. I have been killing myself to get it organized in here.
No Lego vomit today.
No Lego vomit today. Well, except for what I'm going to be doing as I go.
Stephen Divney saying he's got the Harry Potter Great Hall at Walmart for $80 Canadian.
Oh, that's a great deal.
That is a great deal. That's a huge deal.
We've got Dips Brick asking, has anybody bought the Colosseum?
No.
A friend of mine bought it this morning. I'm going to wait until double points roll around because I am going to get it, but I'm going to wait for double points.
Yeah, that would be cool, yeah.
So.
And I'm with Charm City, and here's the reason why. The free gift that they came with that, to me, I'm not that impressed with. I don't know if Charm City feels the same way, but I don't know why they didn't do actual Lego horses as opposed to doing the brick-built ones. They just don't look as good to me.
But it's not just that. It's they're using a knight helmet, and then they're using a Ninjago, an existing that's out right now in another set, a Ninjago torso. And it's almost like they forgot about it, and they just had to throw something together last minute.
No, I totally agree with that. Like I said, I am not a fan.
We've got a gentleman, David O'Dwyer. He's asking a really good question. It says, what does mills mean? What are the advantages and disadvantages to them?
Well, with the mills plate, and I'm sure Jason will probably also be able to elaborate a lot more because, like I said, he is the one that got me to come to the dark side. One of the biggest advantages is it allows for strength. It allows for modular use. And what I mean by that, when you're building a city like what I do, and even Jason with his, or Charm City Bricks, I should say, when he's doing displays and whatnot, it makes it very easy to just pick up little pieces and reorganize them and put them together at will. But another big thing about it is if you're one of those types of people that wants to be able to illuminate your city or whatnot, you have this very big empty cavity that allows you to run wires and things through it to be able to make your displays look even that much more unique. But the big thing for me is the strength for the base, and then also the being modular fashion. And as far as, because I almost forgot, he asked, what does MILS stand for? MILS is spelled MILS for those that are not aware. And what that stands for is Modular Integrated Lego System. You want to add anything to that, Scott?
I think you got it.
You're telling me I'm good?
Yeah.
That's a first.
Chris OB has just said he's finally caught up with all Bevins Bricks back catalogue of videos.
And that had to have been a daunting task because I have a huge amount of videos out there.
You certainly do. I'm only about halfway through them.
And like I always tell everybody, forgive me on my older videos, but I leave them up because I like everybody to see that, at least I hope everybody sees that over time you do make improvements. And I feel like I've improved a great deal over the couple of years that I've been doing it.
David West has just signed in. Hello, David.
Hey, Dave, how you doing, my friend?
Brian LeBlanc is asking, are off-brand parts allowed?
That's what these are. These are off-brand. That's the
that'll be
only
a yes.
part I will.
These are not off-brand.
Yeah, me and Charm had a little discussion about that before we went on earlier, and he was kind of kicking me over that. I told him, look, because for those of you that are new to my channel, what it is, somebody had suggested, actually, these specific plates to try and make my mills out of. And in that video, I actually show why these are not a good choice to make mills with. But because I have so many of them and I still want to use the pieces, I'm using them in this particular building because to me, they don't have good clutching power on the bottom. They're not bad, but they're not great. And because I bought all these, I want to use them for something. And I thought, well, since the clutching power on them isn't that great, I thought they would be perfect for a modular building.
People really talking to each other. Connor Mineth says he really likes your airport, Daryl, and he really likes Charm City's city.
Charm does have an amazing city, and thank you so much for the compliment on my airport.
David West is complimenting you on your shirt, Daryl.
Oh, Megadeth. I forgot I had that on. I meant to put on my Bevins Bricks one.
Papa's Bricks is obviously signed in, and he's wishing you both good luck.
Thank you guys. And hello to everybody. I'm sorry. I'm trying to focus more on building today.
Brick on Eggs is saying, does anyone feel the new police station is not a station and more of a continuation of the Assembly Square?
I would actually have to say I agree with that. Because to me, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think it's a really cool looking set, but I was disappointed on a couple things with that particular set. One of the things I was disappointed about, I really thought they would have included squad cars. So that to me was kind of a disappointment, not having the squad cars. But I can also see where that building, like we were discussing earlier, it would be really, really, really easy. Crap, I have to change that out too. It would be really, really easy. Sorry, I'm thinking in my head about what I'm trying to do. That building to be altered. And I thought a good alteration for that building, and I hope I can be heard because I'm kind of far away from the mic. But I thought a good alternate build or alternate use for that building would be like a law office or something along that line.
Our friend Scott Thomas has chimed in again and said, Daryl, since you called Jason by his name, does that mean you're challenging him to the next builder?
How about Scott?
Yeah, that's Scott Thomas.
I can check and challenge Scott. I don't care. I'll smoke him. I'm not worried about him.
You know, I'm just like sitting here thinking about this police station, and if you look at the second and third floor, actually the second floor, you could easily, because I don't see any special parts in there.
No.
But you could easily, this would be a really good building to make an expansion to in a city. Definitely add a couple more floors to it.
I definitely see making that building taller. And then I love the little side buildings too, because that would look really good having those tall as well. And you know what? I'm trying to go real quick so I can throw it up on screen so everybody knows what we're talking about. And I'm going to try and find those pictures real quick. Bear with me. For those that
David,
have
go on,
not,
sorry. David West has just put he's very disappointed in the new police station. He was expecting more from it.
just trying to kind of hope you guys can see what I'm showing you here. This is where I was talking about on the side of it. You can see that it says the token suds. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I love the use of the leaf coming down on the side of the building as a decoration. But again, like Charm City was saying, as you can look at this set real closely, there's nothing super unique about it in the aspect of, here's what I mean by that. There's no special parts. There's no special unique colors, except maybe the purple, I guess. But the building's very plain. It would be very, what I mean by plain is there's no specialty parts that you would have to purchase if you wanted to make it bigger. This would be a very, very easy building to actually modify and make taller, like me and Jason were just saying. I think this building would look great, like 4 or 5 stories tall. I really do. I think it would be a fantastic looking building. And that was a question I'd seen a lot of people say earlier. As you can see, the minifigs are not, somebody had said they thought that the minifigs were flesh colored. And as you can see in the image, they're actually yellow.
Yeah.
There.
I am really glad they went to a dark blue for the uniforms. That looks a lot better.
Yes, the uniforms are a huge improvement to me. I agree with that. And because we are, just to kind of explain some of the stuff that I know Jason's doing his thing and I'm doing mine. What I'm actually trying to focus on with this is the Mills plate. This is going to be the base plate of the building. So where you see the gray plates, this is not permanent. This is just giving me an idea of the shape and the space that I'm going to be taking up on this building or this plate as I build it. And what I'm working on is I'm going to be doing some decorative entrances, grass and things on the entrance of the building. So it's going to take me just a little bit to kind of get this situated, but just so people kind of understand what I'm doing. So I'm trying to focus on getting my details down with this before I start running off with the building itself.
We've got a question from David O'Dwyer, who's starting to build a city, and what tips could you give him?
Don't do it. The biggest thing that I always tell everybody is, and I really do mean this because some people will try and just jump right in and start building a monster city or whatever from scratch. Start small. That's my biggest and best suggestion.
Yep.
If you start big, it can become more of an overwhelming task what you're doing. So it's like I always tell everybody, try and start small, think small, and then just expand from there.
I would say absolutely. Because the thing is, if you start jumping into it like head first and get into it really, really big, the cost alone, all of a sudden you're going to start like looking at how much money you're spending on this. And then, I mean, that's going to turn you off right there and just cause you to quit. And then all of a sudden now you've made this huge investment on what you already have, and you're not going to have, anything to really show for it. So just find like a small area. Like, so I've got 13 of these IKEA tables, which are basically 30 inches by 60 inches. But like, say you have 13 tables, I would only take 2 of them and start your city. Once you've filled 2 of them over time, add a third one. Don't, map out this monstrous city and everything. And then all of a sudden now it's full of holes. And so now you feel like you need to fill it up with everything. I would not do that. Start small. You can always redo it, but don't let it become overwhelming. And because trust me, they can become overwhelming.
Very quickly. And you don't want to feel overwhelmed. And not only that, like Charm said, you don't want to have, like he said, a huge investment forked out to try and do that. and to feel like you have nothing at all. And when I say start small, I'm not referring to the size of the buildings. You can go with big buildings all you want, but just start with a small space. But for somebody that's new to Lego and wants to do a city, one of the biggest suggestions I can tell you is you can start off just by obviously buying the modular buildings, of course. You can try and rebuild some of the old modular buildings, just doing some simple color changes. And as far as doing new buildings, start buying smaller sets and modifying them. And that way you can actually, and to me personally, I'll tell you this right now, a lot of people will buy 2 and 3 of one set to modify it out. Now, that's something even I do a lot of times. And part of the reason I do that is because I'm trying to amass parts. But I will tell you right now, for example, the central perk, if you wanted to modify that and make it a building, what I would recommend doing is just buying one and then just buying the bricks you want to modify the rest of the building. You really don't need more than one set. And it will save you a lot of money in the long run if you just buy the part to modify the building, trying to buy a bunch of those same sets and putting it together. You're going to find you're going to have a lot of extra pieces that you don't need. If you're new to Lego, that's a good thing because you're trying to amass parts. But once you start getting a collection like me, you don't really, or like Jason, you don't really want to buy just multiple sets of a set to mock it out because it ends up being a waste of money.
We've got a comment from Sean Jackson. I believe he's referring to the modular because he says he would have preferred one big building again, and he's had enough of these half and third buildings.
I can kind of agree with that. My disappointment with the new modular building is this, or the new police station is this. And don't get me wrong, when you start looking at the price point of the set, so to speak, it's really still a good deal. But because of the price, I was actually kind of expecting something more. What's this? Town Square set wise. I was expecting it to be like a 32 by 48 or something build. I expected it to be a little bit larger.
Obviously, I'm just talking to each other. Rob says he started with just 2 modulars on his shelf and a specially cut board under his TV. Scott Thomas agrees with you guys, just saying that start out small and expand as you go.
Yes, that is the best way to go. You don't want to kill your pocketbook. And then another thing that I always try to tell everybody or explain to everybody, it's always better, in my opinion, to get organized with your parts. Prime example. Because once you have, it's amazing. I guess the point I'm trying to make is you'll find it's amazing how much better you can build. And it's not just because learning techniques or whatever, because you have a massive amount of parts. But it's amazing how much better you will build when you know all the parts you have, because now you can just immediately go somewhere and grab something. And it saves you a lot of time, because a lot of people, when they first start out in Lego, they'll have like maybe 3 or 4 tubs of Lego that they just dump all their parts in. And what you end up finding is you'll spend 3 to 4 times the amount of time searching for a part that you're looking for when you should have been spending that time actually building something. And it's believe it or not, you'll thank yourself later if you get organized first when you start doing builds.
Yvette B's just signed in. Hi, Yvette. She says she's late to the party.
Hey, Yvette, how you doing? Thank you so much for signing in.
Yeah, don't do what I'm doing and walking around looking for plates right now.
Yeah, see?
Horthy PX is saying, which sets stroke themes are best to buy to amass parts?
Depends on the theme you're looking for. And here's why I say that. If you're looking to build Star Wars based mocks and things of that nature, obviously I would suggest Star Wars. If you're looking for city builds, now here's a problem. And Charm City, please feel free to agree or disagree. So far, this year's releases, they suck. They are very lackluster. They're a very poor part collection. Normally, I would say buying the city sets is a great way to start amassing stuff to do mocks and things like that. But because they're kind of gearing everything more and more towards the 4, 5, and 6-year-old age category, their part selection is horrible. So for parts, the best thing that I can tell you right now, and I've been seeing some amazing deals on it, would be the creator bot. You know what? Do I have? Let me show you one. I just got it. Like these right now, if I'm not mistaken, they're still on sale for $30 a piece. And it's 1,500 pieces. And there is an awesome selection of parts in here. So this would be one way, definitely an easy way and a cheap way to start amassing parts and bricks. But like I said, with the city line, normally I would say city, but to me, I'm not impressed. I don't know. What do you think, Charm?
Yeah, I'm not impressed at all.
I'll say to me, they're a huge disappointment and a huge letdown.
Yes.
Easy Craftsman's gone back to the modular police station. He's saying it's the same price as a corner garage and has almost 400 more pieces.
We were talking about that earlier.
And I agree. To me, I think that police station's a great deal. I really do. And like I said, and like we were just saying earlier, is I really think it'll be an awesome build to modify. I really do. It's a great looking set. It's a great, from what I can see, it's not any unique parts as far as nothing that's discontinued or anything, but I think it's a really cool set and it would be easily modified. I saw that myself, Scott Thomas. He says 100 people are watching, and that's awesome. And I apologize for not catching most of the comments. That is why Paul is here. He's trying to kind of help you guys catch the comments as we go. But I am trying to focus more on building than anything. So I apologize for anybody's comments that I missed.
Dave Morgan just touched on the point you were saying, Daryl, that he says that if he spends a long time searching for his parts, he actually loses steam and interest in what he's actually doing.
And that's why I say I was personally, now mind you, I've been organized lists for quite a few years now, but I personally was shocked at how much more, or how many more things I could actually build, design, create just from getting organized. It really made all the difference in the world to be able to start mocking and building things. And it was like, oh my God, why did I not do this sooner? What did I wait so long for? Because it's amazing, again, how much time you lose just looking for parts.
David West has said that the Friend sets are better than the City sets for actually parts.
I will agree with that. The Friend sets are, and that's a set. Friends are probably, in my opinion, one of the absolutely best themes to buy, especially when you're wanting to do mocks and such. And I'll probably lay money that Charm City will agree with me on this. And here's the reason I say that. Number one, they have the largest variety of colors out there. Number two, most of the Friend sets, generally, they are all basically built like little, as far as a lot of the smaller sets. And Hothy PX, thank you so much for that donation. It's really appreciated. You are awesome, my friend. But they're already basically made, what I was saying with the Friend sets, they're already basically set up to be like storefronts. So they're already kind of giving you an idea of exactly what you can do to make it a modular building of some kind. So there's a lot of advantages with that. But like I said, it's the colors, the windows, the doors. I mean, there is a huge advantage to having the Friend sets. And it's something that a lot of people, I think, overlook just for the fact of the matter. They feel that, oh, that's supposed to be like a girl's set. And really, I mean, it's not the case at all. To me, that's another really good point to point out with the Friend sets, too, is 99% of the time, you're always going to find them on sale. So you're going to get more parts, more bang for your buck. So that's another really good thing to point out with the Friend sets. You generally can get them much cheaper.
Easy Craftsman again has gone back to the modular, and they're hoping that they're going to do a giveaway with purchase of a squad car.
Oh, when they do the release, that would be cool. Because like me and Jason, Charm City, were talking earlier. I do like the new uniforms. I don't know if anybody noticed that or not with that particular set, that they are offering a new uniform on those figures now. And Star Wars Bricks, you're awesome, my friend. Star Wars Bricks 75 just donated $5 as well. And he said, Daryl wins the t-shirt contest for Megadeth. Heck yeah, I may be pulling for my local fellow Lego builder from Baltimore, but this is going to be fun. Oh, so you're telling me I got the better shirt, but you're telling me you're rooting for Charm City? That's what I just heard.
Thank you.
Traitor.
Yeah, there's something else that you can do to like really amass a lot of good like just like brick like really good parts is if you can catch Minecraft on sale, it is full of just brick. Like not a lot of like little specialty things, just but tons of it'd be very selective on which Minecraft set you buy. Like go ahead and like look up on Brickset or Brick Owl or whatever, but look at the parts inventory on those sets and then look at where you're getting the most bang for your buck.
Yes, that is a very good point.
We've got a question from Connor Minuth for both of you here. Which is your favorite Lego set?
Scott Thomas is probably going to yell it out before I even get it out of my mouth. Normally, I always tell everybody my absolute favorite Lego set was the Corner Cafe. And there's a reason that I say that. It's because that was the set that actually got me back into Lego. And it actually got me into wanting to build Lego cities anyway. But after building the more recent, and it's because I'm a huge Star Wars geek, my new favorite set has quickly been becoming the Mos Eisley Cantina. That thing is freaking awesome. I love it.
I will say the Mos Eisley Cantina, actually, because I've kind of taken like a hiatus from Star Wars, and I love Star Wars. But it actually just in just the past few weeks have like reinvigorated me in Lego Star Wars. Because I didn't really care for the new trilogy. I didn't really care for the sets. I thought they were extremely overpriced for what you got. They're kind of like a rehash. I just didn't care for them. But the Cantina is just awesome. It is just incredible.
We've got both Dion Botcher and David West both agreeing with you that the Minecraft sets are awesome for parts, bricks, and jumpers.
They are an absolute great way to amass. But Star Wars, now, though, here's the other thing I'll say about Star Wars, and I don't know if Charm will agree with me or even you, Paul. So far, what I've seen this year, as far as what they're going to be releasing for Star Wars sets, to me, I'm kind of disappointed in them. They all seem a lot smaller and a lot less detailed than they have been in the past years.
Yep.
Yeah. Dave Morgan says he needs to build his Cantina set. He's not built it yet.
Oh, you won't regret it. That set is awesome. And something else I was really happy with that I finished last night is that new Ghostbusters Ecto 1. That thing is freaking awesome.
It's huge, isn't it?
Oh, I love it, though. There's a lot of playability features in it. What I mean by that is like if you roll the car, the radar and the turret gun thingy on the top actually start spinning and moving around. There's a little steering wheel that you can adjust on top of the car. It's really cool. Let me get this Mills plate done, and I will probably grab that and kind of show it in the stream here in a few.
We've got Star Wars Bricks. He's agreeing with you regarding the Cantina, saying it's an awesome build.
No, I only disappointment, and I'm sure other people are going to I'm surprised nobody said it already if they haven't. I was disappointed they didn't do the 6 Cantina band members. There's supposed to be 6 Cantina band members. Why they only did 3 was a real bummer to me.
Well, Daryl, I guess that means you have to go buy another one.
No.
Uh,
You probably already have 4 yourself, Charm.
I do not. I only have the one.
Okay. I know you like your bulk buys.
Only if they're good.
Jonathan C, I believe, is commenting on your Star Wars comment. He's saying the new X-Wing is 50 and the new TIE Fighter is 40 compared to the old prices of 80 and 70. Which obviously reflects in the size of the sets, I presume.
Yeah. To me, they just don't look. I don't just again. This is just my feeling. They don't really look to scale now. They look off.
What's that?
The new Star Wars sets that they've been coming out with this year, the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter and all that, they went and shrunk them down. To me, they kind of eased them up, and they don't look so much. They don't really look as good a minifig scale as they should.
Right. Well, so one of the biggest complaints that Lego was getting on their Star Wars was they're just too expensive. I mean, it's just too expensive. So what they're doing, they're trying to get those price points down, so where a kid still gets a TIE Fighter, but now it's $20 cheaper.
True.
So, yeah, but yeah, you're right. You're losing scalability big time. I mean, it's basically like, I don't know, like about a third smaller.
Right.
Like I said, they don't. To me, they don't look right.
Okay, so my Mills plate is done.
How the heck?
And I also, what I do whenever I'm building on this, I will go ahead and put down a 2 solid plate, which is the outline of the whole building, the overall footprint. This right here is going to be sidewalk. And the reason I use the 2 colors, it helps me stay coordinated on like what I'm going to do later. So because the first floor of this will end up being detailed. There'll basically be like a reception area and elevators, some other artwork, tables, lounge area. That's not happening this weekend because anyone that's ever detailed buildings, it takes a long time.
A very long time, and it's also a costly process.
So you'll have to tune in the month of road and in the month ahead to see what all I do. So.
Cool. Rob has just said he's pleased that they're making a smaller Mando set for next year so that he hasn't got the need to spend 80 quid or 250 quid to get the child.
Yeah, they've already released the images of that set. It's actually a pretty good set. It comes with Mando, it comes with the child, and it comes with a Tusken Raider. I'm trying to remember what it retails for. Was that $19.99, Charm City?
$29.
$29.99, yeah.
$29.99, okay. But yes, that is going to be a much easier way to get the child. And I would expect, with the popularity of Mandalorian, that you're probably going to see a lot more sets coming out in the future and even smaller sets. So it just takes time.
I'm just trying to catch up on some comments. It's just flashed by. Connor Mineth again has asked what you both think about the new Lego road plates. And I think we all know what you think, Daryl.
Yeah, I'm disappointed in them. There's no easy way to say it. I am extremely disappointed in them.
I will say this: either get on the Mills road system, or Amazon right now has the old ones on sale. So stock up.
Do they?
Yeah, $11, I think, right now on Amazon.
They were 40% off early this morning, but now they're only 20% off.
Yeah.
Okay.
It goes down the more the people buy them.
Yeah.
But I know there's not a lot of happy people with any of that stuff. And because a lot of people are not, or I see this a lot in the video that I posted anyway about the new road system. They don't understand why it's bad or why it's not something that I think would be good or whatever. And here's kind of it in a nutshell. The original thought process when they were originally talking about making this new road system is we all thought it was going to be built on 16 by 16 and 8 by 16 plates with tiles covering it, which would have made them like a modular road system, which would have made them really cool. And it would have been very easy to modify, adjust, change the lane size, so on and so forth. But now with the actual official images being shown, it really does not look that way in any way, shape, or form. What it looks like is a big piece of plastic. And I know a lot of people I've seen, or at least I've seen quite a few people saying, oh, look, that's a cool way to make a freeway. Okay, that might be, but here's the problem is you still can't make a nice lane road because it's either it's the lanes are going to be what they are, and that's pretty much it. There's no flexibility at all with that new road plate system. And to me, it's just, I mean, it's like I tell everybody, I still kind of say that the verdict is out on it, but to me, it's just a really huge disappointment with what I've seen anyway. My personal feelings on it.
So what I think a lot of people's going to do too, that really get invested in it really, really, really heavy, they're going to end up with a ton of those ramp pieces.
And they don't, right.
You know, those dark blue ramp pieces. I mean, I guess you could use them for roofs and other things, but I have a feeling they're going to be you're going to put them in a box somewhere. It's going to be a ton of plastic sitting there for no purpose.
Well, like I said, in a nutshell, I'm disappointed, and I'm sorry. Go ahead, Paul.
No, it's all right. I don't mean to interrupt. I was just going to say, our friend Scott Thomas is giving you a message. He's put, someone get this guy 3 more band players so he will stop complaining.
So one thing I'm working on are these. They're going to be kind of like a buttress type. Oh, there we go. A buttress type. So what they are, they're basically this brick, this snot brick, a 2x2 snot brick, all stacked up. And then these I got off the pick-a-brick wall probably a few years ago, but they're just those little engines, those little motors. Yep. So that's what I'm doing.
Oh, cool effect.
Okay, I'm done with my Mills plate. Just to kind of explain what I got going on is this is going to be the entrance, the front facade of the building. And what I did is I've done some snot building here to do, it's a technique I showed in one of my videos not that long ago where I'll have like what appears to be natural grass inside of these 2 areas. And I'm going to have some trees in there. And then this will be the actual entryway to come into the actual building itself.
Star Wars Bricks is asking, how much planning have each of you done for your skyscrapers?
What's that?
How much planning have you actually done for your skyscraper?
So I use I sketched this out last night, so lots of planning here. But I buy graph paper, like big sheets of graph paper, and I like it because, you know, 1 square can be 1 stud, it can be 4 studs, whatever, but that's all I've got planned out.
My planning is I actually started the build a while back. It was in a different shape. Then I had a new idea. So that was all I planned. It was just whatever I originally had. It's all in my head. I don't even have any sketching for it. I just kind of have a rough idea of what I want. But I'm going with that green and gold building I showed. It was probably about a month ago. And all I've been doing is I have been amassing a ton of gold pieces over the last few weeks for different greebling and things that I plan on doing to the building to try and make it very decorative.
And Juliet W looks like she's trying to get the cheerleading section going. She's gone, go Bevins Bricks.
Thank you.
WebWex has just put that they're from Austria. Dave Morgan said it's looking good so far, Daryl. talking to each other. Jonathan C has just put, I really hope they don't discontinue the old plates because the new modular is still on a base plate.
And I agree with that. I don't think they'll discontinue the actual base plates, but it is my understanding they are supposed to be discontinuing the road plates.
I hope they don't, because the prices will start shooting up like everything else.
Oh, it'll go nuts. But here's a point that I always try to point out to people. The road plates over the years have made a ton of changes. And the current road plate, even if they discontinue the current road plate, what I honestly think they would do is probably just maybe make it a little wider, do some kind of alteration to it, so to speak. I don't think if they discontinue it that it's going to be totally discontinued. I think what it is they might come up with a newer version of it. But the current road plate that we all love and like and use, or those that don't do Mills plates anyway, like and use, that has been being manufactured for 15 years. So to me, I wouldn't be surprised if you see an update, if not total change.
Okay. Question for you, Charm City. Peter Faze is asking, are you planning any more updates on your channel? It looks like you've been very quiet for the last couple of months.
Well, so we went to shift work because of COVID and everything at work. So now I wake up at like 2:30 in the morning and go to work, and then I usually get home about noon, but then it's temporary. So hopefully it passes soon and I get back to a normal schedule, a normal life. And because you get out of work at noon, but then you have a ton of other stuff now you got to do, but now you got to be in bed by like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. So just to wake up at 2:30 again to do it again.
Dave West has just said he's got to go for now, so see you later, Dave. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you so much for hanging out, Dave. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you soon, my friend.
Jonathan C has just said it would be cool if they removed some of the studs and made the lanes wider on the road base plates.
And I know a lot of people have that complaint, part of the reason being that they're doing those 8-wide cars now, and that's why I kind of almost expect to I almost half-heartedly expect to see them actually come out with a new road plate that is a little bit wider due to the new 8 stud wide cars.
David O'Dwyer is just thanking us for answering his questions, and he's going for his dinner. So see you later, David.
Take care, Dave. Got to try and keep an eye on Charm and see what he's up to.
He's quietly beavering away there, isn't he?
Yeah, I see that.
Well, it looks pretty quiet on the chat at the moment. I'll scroll, see if I've missed anything.
I don't know if anyone else uses these Sterlite drawers. You can get things at Walmart, Amazon, whatever.
About the one I used?
Yeah, this size, though, is perfect. It holds one pick-a-brick cup, one large pick-a-brick cup.
Is that the small ones I have over here?
Yep, like right behind you. Yep.
Oh, these are the large. These are all large.
Oh, those are okay.
Yeah,
these are the smaller ones.
You're talking about, if I'm not mistaken, these are the 8.5 by 7.25.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Man, I thought it said how many centimeters or whatever. Anyway, these here. Oops.
Yep.
Yeah, I like those for keeping my small parts together.
Jonathan C has just put, it seems as though that Lego are reducing the age range on the city sets, and the new road plates reflect that. So he thinks it would be conceivable that they have another option for older fans.
And I really hope he's right, because I'm not a big fan of, like I said, the current situation.
No,
Me personally.
many people are. Star Wars Bricks has said it's very interesting that Lego hasn't announced any Speed Champion sets for 2021.
Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they had.
I personally haven't seen anything, so I can't really comment on that one.
I'll have to look for that now, but yeah, that would be odd if they haven't.
Yeah, Connor Minuth has just basically said the same as Wes, saying he won't be buying any of the new road plates because he prefers the old ones, as they go well with his modular buildings.
See, I'm still going to buy them just so I can play with them and see if, number one, if they're as bad as I think they are, but number
Or what
two,
you can do with them.
right.
The Erickson family are asking, what's the time limit on your build?
Sunday at 9 p.m. is when we're going to be done, and we're doing this in 2-hour segments. So 4, 8, 12 hours total is what we're going to have invested in building. Whenever we're done at 12 hours, that's what the building will be.
A couple of people talking to each other. Connor Minuth is saying Bevins looks good and a good job by Charm. And Jason Vincent's just donated $50.
Holy crap, Jay. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. You are awesome. Jason does that quite a bit here lately. Thank you, man. That is so awesome of you, Jason. I do appreciate that.
I think Jason must be your number one donator, isn't he, Daryl?
Actually, he's usually my number one donator every single month, to be perfectly honest.
Star Wars Bricks has said, glad this build-off is happening today because it prevents him from spending more money on Lego.
I get that. Farm City had pointed out a few deals to me last night, and I told him, look, I'm done. I'm not spending anything else for a couple weeks.
Everybody just thanking Jason for his donation. Jonathan C is asking for your thoughts on the new botanical sets for 2021.
The new what?
The new botanical sets.
Oh, I think they're awesome. I think they're going to sell like crazy.
I don't know that I've seen any of those, to be honest.
It's the yeah, you have. It's the new flower bouquet and the bonsai.
Oh, okay, yes. Those are freaking cool. I definitely want that bonsai tree.
So there's a site out there that used to it's still there. It's called altbricks.com. But they used to be the only ones that, because Lego used to only make like 2 colors of foliage, and then it finally started making other colors. But that, like, if you ever wanted other colored foliage, Alt Brick, they had a special supplier. It's obviously it's not Lego, it's a secondary market. But it was a really good quality leaf. But they used to have bonsai kits. And they were like $20, and I actually have one. I picked one up at Brick Fair probably, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. But it's a really cool little, and it's on my desk at work.
Just going back to the donation from Jason Vincent, he's also made a comment that you both deserve it. And then Star Wars Bricks has asked, are you guys splitting the donations since this is a shared stream?
I have no problem with that.
The Ericsson family has just put that he's actually changed the name on his channel, and it's Lassie Ericsson. And he's just wishing you both good luck. And he's from
Thank
Sweden.
you. I appreciate it, Lace Erickson. Yes, I know exactly who you are by him saying that.
Connor Minuth has just put he'll be getting the Assembly Square and the Lego Train 60197 for Christmas.
That looked like an amazing set.
Lawful Robson 03, I believe he's from Germany. And he's just put, is it possible to visit Bevan?
To my house? No. Nope, I get asked that all the time, but the wife does not want visitors.
Now, I can understand that one.
That's a big no.
Thank you, Star Wars Bricks. They've just donated $5, and he's put, here is another $5 to buy a few windows for the skyscrapers.
Thank you, Star Wars Bricks. I really appreciate that. Am I audible when I actually roll away? I hope I am anyway.
It goes very quiet, Daryl, but you are still just about audible, yeah.
Again, thank you, Star Wars Bricks. I appreciate it.
Dips Bricks, again on the donations, has put, shared donations sounds like a great idea. Mike Lomolino has asked, did any of you see what happened on Bricklink to a couple of the stores?
Sorry, I'm not sure what he's talking about.
No, I'm not 100% sure there either.
Did some of them get shut down?
Oh, he's put another comment a bit further down. Some guy got on and made like $1 million order to one store, lost all their inventory, and said it will take a few years or forever to get it all back.
So it doesn't sound like
what
that.
It looks like there's some sort of scam out there at the moment.
Oh, so the person ordered it and didn't pay? Is that what it is?
It looks a bit like it.
Now that would be horrible.
That's a hell of an inventory.
Yes, it is. I don't know that I like that.
Connor Minuth again is asking Charm City, what is your favorite modular building?
I know people are going to say this, but I would probably say the Palace Cinema or the Detective's Office. The thing I like most about Palace Cinema is it's so versatile and you can do so many fun things with it. And I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. That's actually 6 Palace Cinemas put together in one big one.
6?
Yeah. If you go to my Instagram, you can see like front pictures and.
I don't know. Why don't you go get it and show it to him now, Jay?
I can't. That would take me an hour to get it out of there. It's like locked in place and everything.
Well, that's kind of the point of me saying that.
Mike Lomolino has said he's going to see if he can find the story for that bricklink comments we made earlier, and he's going to email it to you, Daryl.
What is it? He lost all his inventory, or somebody didn't pay? Is that what I understood?
It sounds like he's lost his inventory. Yeah.
That's rotten if somebody did that to him.
Dips Bricks has put drum roll, please. Daryl has busted out the gold pieces.
Well, we all knew that wasn't going to take long.
Star Wars Bricks has put, I've just paid my first sales tax on a bricklink order.
So I've noticed it on a few different purchases I've made now where I've had to pay the sales tax.
Paul W has just signed in. What's up, guys? Sorry he's late.
No worries at all. We are going to be doing this twice a day, all week long.
Marco Zonsbeek said the cinema was his first set.
I'm trying to remember when that set came out. It's an awesome set.
What set is it?
The cinema set, was that 4 years ago, 5 years ago?
Legos and Honey is asking, how much does it cost to do mills? I presume that's one of your mills plates, Daryl.
Depends on the mills plate we're talking about. For the standard mills plate, when you're doing something like what I'm looking at for building a building on, I would say, depending on what you get your parts for, I'm going to say $20 a piece. We'll say $18 to $20 a piece. I don't even know if it's that high. The road mills plates, though, that I do, those are a little more money. Those average somewhere around 22, 24.
Dips Bricks has just put, surprised the floor isn't gold.
We're not doing interior detail today, but I wouldn't hold that out.
Brick Overlord says he can't wait to see who wins.
Well, we're going to leave that up to you guys because we're going to let you guys vote after we're done.
Papa's Bricks has put, so the color of both bills could look pretty good together.
Well, I know Charm's doing purple is like his main color. My main building color, it's gold and sand green.
Paul W has put, here's an interesting question for you guys. Will you only be building in the live streams or will you be building all weekend?
My understanding is we're only going to build during the live streams. Am I accurate in thinking that, Charm?
Yes, you are.
That's why I'm trying to rush.
Scott, as always, plug in the channel for you. And Brick Overlord has asked, Bevins Bricks, how tall are you going to make your skyscraper?
I'm shooting for 12 stories, so that'll be roughly 5 feet.
Then I'm shooting for exactly 5 feet 1 inch.
We'll see how that goes. Smart Alex. And I'm going for 5 foot 2 inches.
It's not the size that matters, guys.
In the real world, they always keep the overall height a big secret, basically for the antenna, for how far the spiral and the antenna is going to be, so no one can top them during construction.
Right. So Rob, again, who's in the UK, he was saying it's about £25 for us in the UK to part out a single 32 by 32 mils plate.
You said that's 25 pounds?
Yeah, 25 UK pounds, yeah.
That doesn't seem too bad.
Brick Overlord's going. He says he's sorry he's only joined for a short while. Have a great time, guys.
Awesome. Thank you. And I'm sure we'll see you again at some point. Thank you for tuning in.
Kip Hoffman has said, we're all winners because this is awesome entertainment and an amazing learning experience.
And that's awesome to hear that. And thank you so much. That was kind of one of the reasons because I was going to do a different build. Part of the reason I can't, number one, I didn't get all my parts for the other one. But number two is I thought it would be interesting because we're doing 2 different styles of builds. It'll show people different ways of doing a skyscraper because there are a lot of different ways to do them.
Alex K has just put, your building's already looking good, Daryl. Connor Mineth has asked both of you, when did you first get into Lego?
I would say when I was about 8 years old, so a long time ago.
I've been playing or building, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I did it most of my youth, all the way up until I was about 18. And then I took a short, as everybody likes to call it, a short dark age. And then I got back into it about 20 years ago in my 30s. So I would say most of my life.
Rob has said that you're both building skyscrapers that are going to be the same height as he is.
And when you start going tall, it can actually become kind of a pain in the rear as well.
Dion Botcher is pushing your channel. Talking to somebody else. Horthy PX has just said, Daryl, just stick a couple of antennas on the top to make yours bigger.
I'll put my cell phone tower on the top of it.
And Kaylin Stone has just asked an interesting question to both of you. Do either of you have any information on the next city update beyond the new police station?
The next city update as in the next set?
I presume that's what he's meaning, the next modular.
I don't have any news on it. I don't know if you do, Charm.
Wait, is he talking about the one that just got released today?
Yeah, he's wondering if you actually have any news about anything in the future after that one.
No, if you go to lego.com, you can actually see the new one and all the other pictures of the one that just got released today. As far as the next one for next year, who knows? Like, Daryl, what would they come out with next year? Like, what else is there for them to come out with?
I think they need a hospital.
Yeah.
Or a post office, maybe.
I think everybody's rooting for a post office. That's what I seem to be getting.
I think that would be an amazing build. I would definitely like to see one.
John Garrett Lego Fire Guys just signed in. Greetings from New Jersey.
Hey, how you doing, John? Thank you so much for signing in.
Star Wars Bricks has said a modular school building.
That would be really cool too. I agree with that.
Rob has just put, if it continues in the same vein, the next modular should be a corner build.
I hope not. To me, they actually have too many. My feeling on it anyway. They have almost as many straight builds as they do corner builds. They need to make more straight builds. Again, just my feeling on it.
I don't know if anyone ever buys instructions to do custom builds, but Bricks and Tiles. If you look up at Bricks and Tiles on Instagram, his new build came out today. Daryl, you ought to take a look at it. It is beautiful. It is amazing.
That's his Instagram or his YouTube?
Instagram.
I'll have to check that out.
Sir Bricks has put, yeah, and the diner and the Parisian restaurant can also be used as corner buildings. Rob has put, from his understanding, it's 2 straight buildings and then a corner building.
As far as the order, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Connor Manuth again has put, what is your favorite mock? And that question's aimed at both of you.
As far as the ones that I've personally built, I'd say my favorite is my train station.
That is an awesome building.
I'm not sure what Jason's would be.
I would say it'd probably be my temple.
Oh, that is cool.
That's been hijacked a few times. As far as like non-building, I built an Elves airship several years ago. It's still built. It would be right behind that hospital right there, but it's back on that shelf, right?
Hey, Jay, why don't you go take a walk and bring it over so everybody can see it?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, I'm sure people would love to see your, beautiful creations.
I'm sure. They're on Instagram.
Jennifer W has just signed in. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer is going to be our moderator, announcer, if you will, tomorrow. For those that are not familiar, just so you guys know.
John Garrett, Lego Fire Guys, just said he'll be checking in and out all day and happy building.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it.
Knight of Ren has just signed in. Hello, my good friends.
Thank you for signing in, Knights of Ren. How you doing?
Kitty Cat Fur Babies Maria has put, sending love to Bevin and Angel.
Hey, Maria, I haven't talked to you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. She is over where you are at, Paul. She's over in England.
Oh, is she? Not. Is she on the Discord or?
No, she's a friend of mine from when I used to do online gaming.
All right. Alex K has put, I would rather build Lego than eat lunch.
I can get that.
Knight of Ren's asking where Scott is. I'm sure he's around somewhere. Horthy PX has said he can't wait any longer, so he's off to watch The Mandalorian. And good luck to both of you.
I don't blame you, and just please no spoilers when you come back. That's all.
Yeah, we're actually doing that on our break. So
Yeah.
make sure everyone goes and watches it so we can talk about it. Because
Yeah.
we're supposed to see Ahsoka Tano today.
That looks like that's what I'll have to be doing then. I don't need no spoilers. And Scott Thomas, as on cue, has popped up, said, I'm here, Knight of Ren. Dips Bricks is just asking about the rules about building off live stream, and as you've covered before, you won't be building and you're not on live.
Everything will be 100% on camera for you guys. Unless Charm decides to cheat. I mean, there is that possibility.
Kaylin Stone has just put one to you, Bevan. We have a few viewers here from Germany. Is it possible to get a hello to them?
Hello, everyone in Germany. I really wish I knew how to speak German. The only thing I can say is I do not sprechen Sie Deutsch. But hello, and thank you so much for signing in.
Nightwolf is just expressing, he says he feels bad for the people that are in the UK as he's heard that we are on lockdown. And yes, we are. I hope everyone in the UK gets to have Christmas without any lockdown. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. We have to stay in what they're calling our support bubbles. So there'll be no more than 6 people in a bubble, I'm afraid.
So they have you guys locked down in your houses then? Is that what I understand it as?
It's not a full lockdown as it was during the summer. We are still at work and bits and pieces like that, but non-essential retail has shut down. And unfortunately, that does include the Lego stores.
Gotcha.
But this lockdown that we're in at the moment expires on the 2nd of December. And they're saying that all retail can then reopen, which will cause more problems in my eyes because there'll be a mad rush for Christmas.
Yes.
But we're going into a tier system. So 1 being the lowest and 3 being virtually locked down again. And everybody's going into tier 3, just about. There's nobody in anything less than tier 1 as far as my understanding goes at the moment. Not good, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I know everybody is tired of being locked down, and I totally understand it.
It's one of those necessary evils, though. I mean, we can't let this thing carry on as it's going. So. And we've got Dion there complaining that it snows for 8 months of the year.
I can understand that. It doesn't snow that bad here. It does some years, but my big complaint here is it's basically no sunshine for 8 months out of the year, which can be very depressing.
Dips Bricks has got a bit of good news there for Australia. Melbourne, Victoria in Australia have just been cleared of COVID. No active cases.
That's awesome.
And that's cool. Good on them. Rob's just saying that most of our counties are going into tier 2 with just 3 in tier 1. Well, round us, Rob, they're all, just about all of them are in tier 3. We're still in tier 2, but just about everybody around us is in tier 3, and I'm in Yorkshire. So Scott Thomas is saying, wish it would snow more where he is. I think Dion's saying he can have some of his.
I think Scott's in California, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Daryl, you look like you're in deep thought. What's wrong?
No, I'm just trying to decide if I like what I'm doing.
I don't like it. Just rip it over and start over.
You're number one. Just to show you guys kind of what I'm doing, because I know it's hard to see when it's backwards. This is kind of what I have so far, as far as the entrance.
Well, that's looking pretty cool, Daryl.
And there just went
I
two
know
bags.
his charm's keeping his hidden.
Yeah, he's
A sneaky builder there.
So I keep trying to see where he's at, and he won't,
Nightwolf 17 is asking me, what is that Lego City set behind you? It's not actually a city set, it's a Winter Village set, and it is the Winter Village Marketplace. It's one I've just built for my Winter Village for Christmas. Dion Botchers just put, they were put into lockdown yesterday with $1,000 fine for disobedience. Yeah, we've got £1,000 fine if we're caught not adhering to the rules too.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Dion, you are in Canada, correct?
He is, yes. And Rob's just saying that he's in the centre of Towie country, which is Essex, if people who don't know what Towie is. Marco V. Zonsbeek has said it's looking good, Daryl.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Dips Bricks has put, COVID is the cause of him getting addicted to Lego at the age of 39.
Hey, what better thing to be addicted to? Something I just point out to people, and some people might disagree, because if you'll notice, I'm using used, old, faded gray, and the new light blue gray. And I do that because it kind of helps give a little bit of added texture to the side of the building when you're doing things like that. Just a little tip I wanted to point out.
Have you been paying to the price of old dark gray?
It's going through the roof.
It is. It is super expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I have a ton of it, so.
Connor Minuth is just saying it's a good job on building the skyscrapers, guys, and a good job for me reading the comments. And thank you very much, Connor.
And he is right. You are doing an awesome job, Paul. Thank you so much for the help on this.
That's not a problem. Pleased to help out. Mike Lamilino has actually emailed you the link about that brick link incident, Daryl.
Okay, I will check that out after when we take our break, our intermission.
No, go ahead, do it now.
No. I'll do that if you go show your sets.
Dion's just said he's not that fussed about being put on lockdown, as he's been isolated for 8 years now because he lives out in the sticks.
Yeah, he's like me. He's out in the middle of nowhere.
Dion's actually got 98 acres.
And that's awesome. I don't have that. I only have 9.
I think 9's enough. 98, that's... Yeah. Scott Thomas is cracking the whip, Daryl. 25 minutes to go. Go, go, go is what he's put.
Yeah, and I just realized I didn't order enough of these freaking columns.
Stephen Divney has asked, is there any pieces that you've both agreed not to use, or any that must be included?
Nope.
Only the ones that won't work.
No restrictions.
Connor Minuth has put, Bevan and Charm City, you do a good job of showing what people can accomplish when building with Lego. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm trying to make some quick adjustments since I just realized I don't have enough pieces to do what I wanted to do. So.
Scott Thomas has just put, Daryl is a market influencer. If he uses dark blue grey for mills, and since they know that, they jack the price up.
It does seem that way a lot of times. If I get interested in a part, all of a sudden it skyrockets. It's generally not me that's causing it. It just always feels that way.
I pointed that out. Now I'll know who to blame.
Every little brick helps has put, it's a real shame as they're going to open a new Lego store in Bristol, but they're in tier 3, meaning that you shouldn't travel to it. But Lego shopping is a necessity though, isn't it?
That would be rotten. Kind of like how Charm City this morning kind of went into a couple different Lego stores to get some last minute stuff.
As if he didn't have enough gold bananas. Dion Botcher's cracking the whip. And I think Knight of Ren has just noticed your base plates, Daryl's, because he's just put, Daryl got like 100 base plates.
As far as these?
I presume that's what he's meaning.
I think it's 60 total that I have.
Connor Minuth has just put, he's got to go and good luck on finishing your skyscrapers and goodbye from Michigan.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you signing in, and hopefully we will see you later on tonight when we come back.
And Lego D17 has just commented on what we were talking about before we went live, Daryl, with the waiting time on the Lego website.
Oh, yeah, because even Charm posted it last night on Instagram. And I thought he was posting it as a joke, but that, like I said, I saw it today myself, and it's like, what the heck is that about? That is weird.
Brickanista is asking you, Daryl, have you finished or will you finish your skyscraper using the railroad track pieces? And if so, how many floors is it?
I haven't even started on it yet. I just had that rough design. I did order a bunch of stuff, and I was going to build it during this live stream, but I didn't get everything. But I do intend on finishing that building, and I'm probably looking at, I don't know, I might make it really tall, but it's going to be at least 12 floors. I might even go up to 16. I'm thinking I might make that building about 6 feet tall in total height.
Excellent. Peter Faze has just put another showing of your being a market influencer, Daryl. You've bought Amazon empty on those grey base plates. There's none left in grey.
Yeah, because I was going to order more. And I couldn't, because you're right, they are out. I am aware of that.
And Lego 17 again making another comment regarding the waiting time on Lego, saying that it's crazy that many people are shopping for Lego.
It is. It's nuts, but it shows you how popular it's actually become.
I think it's become a lot more popular during COVID as well.
And I'm kind of curious as to if it'll stay popular like that even after COVID.
Yeah, because it's definitely driven up the bricklink prices.
Considerably. Yeah, I've been noticing that for a while now. Some stuff's actually come back down just a little bit because right at the beginning of COVID, it seemed like a whole bunch of people all jumped into Lego at once and prices just went through the roof. They're still
It
high.
went absolutely nuts.
Like I said, they're still high. Don't get me wrong, but they have come down a little.
You even notice that on like people's bricklink stores. If you remember back in April and May, they would only let you put like a lot limit of 10, and then all of a sudden they started raising the minimum orders to like $50 or $100.
Yeah.
Just to like try to like actually dissuade people from ordering.
Yep.
Chef Eddie is asking, how have you guys noticed that Amazon is limiting orders on green base plates to 3?
They started doing that again about 2 months ago. So yeah, that is there for a while. And I know like I bought like 20 at one time back during the summer, but they changed it again.
Sadly, I understand why I don't like it, but because, like sometimes I want to get on there and I'm like, I need 14 base plates. So, but I understand why they do it is to basically keep, after resellers and things like that from, going in there and buying, say, 100 of them or something and reselling them. But at the end of the day, I also kind of understand. I'm just like, but your goal is to sell. So I don't know.
I almost wonder, and I doubt it, but I almost wonder if it's Lego that enforces them to do that, because Lego, I thought, had a restriction of 3 as well on their website.
It could be.
But they sure as heck didn't do it with the Nebula set.
Man, the more I hear about that, the more of a fiasco Lego really pulled on that one.
That to me, that was ridiculous what they did. I'm very fortunate that I had Craftsman, because I had an extra Bespin. For me, an Easy Craftsman exchanged that. So now I have it. But there's a lot of people out there that.
Well, I told you I'd sell you mine for $1,000. So
yeah, you remember what I told you, right?
Please, we're live, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Rob has just put that his local Argos were doing the same on the green base plates. So that's in the UK, obviously. That's like a shopping channel type store. So that's probably a Lego thing then, if they're doing it as well.
Yeah, that would make sense. The telephone is ringing.
That was mine. I do apologize, guys.
Oh, you're fine. You got me on the run.
Paul W has made a valid point that it's better that Lego actually limit the number of people on the site rather than letting the site crash.
Which is very good thought process for a change, especially for Lego.
And Blake Bartlam has made the point that Lego will still be popular because COVID's not going anytime soon, which at the moment it seems like it won't.
I agree with them. I'd say we got at least another year, if not 2, with all this.
Yeah, that was my thoughts on the thing as well. I thought it'd be around for at least another year. Cooper Brown has put he's working on his Ecto 1 mock at the moment. Dion Botcher has put, if it ever ends, obviously meaning COVID, I presume.
it'll end at some point, but just not soon enough for everybody.
Yeah.
Well, it appears I screwed up on 2 different orders now. So, let's see. How do I want to change that?
Are you missing something, Daryl?
I screwed up and I didn't order enough of these gold columns. It was my first problem.
I think it's over there. If you get up again and walk over that way, I think it's over there in a box. Just look at all those boxes.
I know where it's at. It's right over there, back on your back wall. Mr. Hoarder.
Scott Thomas is asking a good question. So, what is the prize for who wins this build-off?
Bragging rights.
Bragging rights. There you go.
I can say I smoked Charm City. I tried
saying that. Go on. Sorry, Daryl.
I was just going to say I tried to get him to bet me a 501st battle pack.
What's that?
So I tried to get you to bet me a 501st battle pack.
Brick on Eggs has just donated $6.99 Canadian dollars.
Thank you so much, Brick on Eggs. I appreciate that. That's awesome of you.
Stephen Divany saying he's loving the stream. Sadly, he has to run. See everybody soon. Thank you for signing in, Stephen.
Thank you so much for hanging in with us, Stephen.
Joseph Fletcher is saying that he'd love to build a Lego city, but he's got no room in his house for one. And I think that's one of the problems a lot of us have.
Space is a big factor.
I don't know if a lot of people's heard of it, but there's a program out there. It's totally free just to download. But just look up a program called Blue Brick, blue like the color blue, Blue Brick.
Yeah.
And you can download that, and it's really, really simple to use. It'll take you about 5 minutes to figure it out. It's that easy. But it's a way to actually plan a city out without putting down a single base plate. It's basically you just pick and choose, from basically a template of available like base plates, road plates, buildings, train track, everything. But you can basically do an entire layout. So you know exactly, if you know exactly how much space you're working with, that way you can actually kind of plan it out and kind of visualize it before you start putting anything actually on a table.
Oh, that's cool, Chan, because I'm planning on starting my city probably next March time. But yeah, that'll be cool.
And he is right. That is a very cool thing. It's just I'm one of those people that I don't like to plan.
Yeah, you're a hands-on guy.
I just kind of like to build and go and see what happens.
Oh, Robert said the loser of the build-off should wear a T-shirt saying the other one is a better builder.
Charm City never gets on the internet though, so that wouldn't be as effective if he lost.
Mike Lumino says that we're all winners because we all get to watch you two guys build.
And that's awesome of you to say that. Thank you so much.
Joseph Fletcher's hoping to get a house with a big basement when he's older, obviously for his Lego City.
That's probably the best way to go, as you can see, just even looking at Charm City. That's where his Lego dungeon is his basement.
Lego dungeon. We're getting a start of a countdown from Scott Thomas. 10 minutes to go, guys.
That's it?
Daryl, quick! I think your wife is calling you. You better go see.
Yeah.
Leon is out with the whip again, cracking his whip. Chris OB is asking, is building allowed between streams? And we've already covered that and said no, it will just be in all the live streams.
Nope, live only.
Knight of Ren has said, all right, guys, I'm heading off for a bit. So thanks again, Knight, for signing in.
Thanks, Knight. Like I said, we'll be back at 7 p.m. tonight after this stream ends.
Just Build It has quickly signed in. He says he can't stay for long as he's joining someone else's stream. Hi for Just Build It.
We are ending soon anyway.
Very quiet now.
Well, it's coming down to the wire.
You know, whenever you compare this to like Lego Masters or something where they have like the time, builds
Time
and
challenges.
I will say this 2 hours seems like it's been about 5 minutes.
I must admit it has actually flown by.
I'll be the first to agree with that.
And Star Wars Bricks says, what the heck am I supposed to do for the next 5 hours?
I would say go over to Jason's house and see what parts you can get.
And we've got The Mandalorian to watch as well.
That's one of the things I'm doing is watching The Mandalorian. I don't like that.
Mike Lomolino has said, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely, I agree. That might work.
Rob has just posted, it's very interesting to see the different methods of starting buildings off.
The biggest thing is the mills plate for me anyway, and I know Charm's the same way. He starts with the mills and just work from there.
Brickinister has asked if there is any way to get a tighter shot of both your builds before the end of the stream.
I'll pick mine up and hold it up there in a minute.
Yeah, I can too.
And Star Wars Bricks is actually watching us while he's at work.
Okay.
Pretty cool that you can do that, Star Wars Bricks.
Yeah, very cool, I have to say. I'm jealous.
Yeah. I could watch Lego YouTubers all the day if at work if that was the case. Nightwolf 17 has asked me if I think that Lego's going to make a Speed Champions Dodge Viper. Well, unfortunately, I'm not, so I would like to see that, but whether they will or not is a different matter.
A Stream Captain Dogfighter?
A Dodge Viper.
Oh, they might at some point. I don't see why not anyway. It is a very popular car.
It is very popular. Dion Botcher's giving you a 2-minute warning. Nice how all our members pile the pressure on Daryl.
Yeah, isn't it great? Well, my problem, like I said, I ran out of parts and I'm trying to be creative for a solution. Is what my problem is.
If you run out of parts, what chance have we got?
It's just for my original idea is what I. I will figure something out though. That's one thing I'm curious about with that Lego show, for example. How much are you? I wonder if they are limited on parts, and are they limited to certain types of parts, or you know what I mean?
Yeah. Lego's owner has just mentioned the Lego website again and has put there is 20,000 people on Lego right now.
I don't get that because there's really no good sales there today. I'm actually kind of surprised by that.
Yeah, so am I.
And thanks again for plugging the channel, Scott. He's just plugged it yet again. And he's saying that time is up.
2 hours, huh? Stop.
Down.
Well, I've got a mess here still. I'm going to try and make it so I can pick it up for the camera. Oh.
Nice.
Very nice. clear some of
I
my
was
mess.
just cleaning up the Lego vomit.
I have a lot of it. Actually, that'll probably stay in there. Hoping that can be kind of seen anyway. So that's going to be the grand entrance, coming through the grass and the trees.
Nice. Yep.
I said I still got work to do all the way around the back, but gives you guys kind of an idea. Once I get the first floor done, I could actually start doing a lot real quick up top.
Yeah.
Is that the same with you then, Charm? Once you get the base done, you'll be quick.
Yeah, the base is always the hardest part, and then after that, it goes pretty quick.
Because everything above the base, you have to remember, it's just repetitive. Just building the same thing over and over and over again because it's a skyscraper. But your first floor, I'm sure Charm will agree with me on this. Your first floor is always a unique option or different structure, I guess, than the rest of the building. And you try to make it very ornate, is what I'm trying to do anyway.
Getting lots of good comments, guys, from such as Dion Botcher, Yvette B, all saying awesome, looking good.
And thank you guys. I appreciate it. I just want to remind everybody this was stream number 1. There is still 5 more to go. The next one is 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. And we'll be having Paul Roos as our announcer once again, and Charm City will be back building as well.
All right.
Yeah, thank you for all your comments, guys. That have been great.
So anyway, as always, everybody, thanks for coming to Bevins Bricks, and hopefully we will see you here in just a few hours. Thank you again so much for coming onto the stream.